Literally, I have no blank pieces of paper by me. That is intriguing. Good morning. Happy Novaween. And it's Saturday on top of it. I am the Mad Hatter, and we're going to be making some hats today. So I thought, what better character to be, right? Thank you. I made this hat, I want to say in 2019 or 2018, and I love making hats. I'm not a hat guru, but I know a lot of tips and tricks, and I'm really excited to make this witch's hat with you guys today. Good morning. Thank you so much. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Good morning. So today we're going to be making hats. So Mad Hatter, hats, all that jazz. So we're going to be making hats, and I wanted to have a lot of fun with it. This hat is not overly complicated. I feel like the hat that we made last year felt more like a plushie than a hat. This hat, when I kept reviewing it and reviewing it and reviewing it. And if you guys don't know, before I do any kind of pattern, I go over it like a bazillion times. I draw pictures, I try to stitch it out of my mind. You name it, I've done it, right? So what I try to do for this one was see how it can work. See, I self-drafted my Mad Matter hat myself because I have a big head and I have big hair. So I always need a hat that has a wider brim to give it an illusion that I have a smaller head, even though the hatter likes to hat people with bigger heads. um, so the hat we're going to be making is from K Coast Halloween Witches hat. I put the link in the description box as well as the chat, and it's a fairly inexpensive pattern, and they're overseas. And for this hat, you're going to need some felt, and like I told you earlier before Novaween started, that you can use some silk or whatever you want for the exterior. And in this pattern, we'll give you some referral, like reference information for like stabilizers and things like that. Um, that's exactly what I'm going for. Johnny Depp, Mad Hatter. um, so what we're going to be doing is making this witch's hat. Now, this witch's hat has a combination of sewing, and it's not a lot of sewing, to be honest with you. We're really just sewing like the perimeter of the exterior of the hat, and if you're choosing to put wire to change the position, as this hat doesn't have any wiring in it, if you don't have it readily available to you, don't fret. It's not a big thing, but if you do want a hat that you're able to maneuver the brim of the hat to be like curved or like rippled or however you want it, wiring is really fun, and you can usually get that in the areas where like jewelry or where there's decor like flowers and things along those lines. And I'm going to walk you through that. But a lot of this stuff that we do, like when we're trying to do the stabilizer of the hat and whatnot, it's all going to be done by hand sewing. There's only a couple seams that we're going to be doing by machine. A witch's hat doesn't have a lot. It's not a lot of instructions to it. It's really quite simple because it's usually just two pattern pieces, the cone and the brim. And then you just need the duplicates of the brim with the stabilizer and the exterior and the interior of the brim and the exterior and the interior of the cone. So it's not a whole lot of pieces and not a whole lot of things that we're moving around. However, I already know when I looked at this, the brim is going to be small. So for me, I would extend the brim out. But I wanted to talk to you guys about it before I did this because I didn't want you guys to go like, hey, Shanova, I just spent like $4 on a pattern and my head is big like yours. And I know this brim is not brimming. Totally get that. So let me give you this information before we start and before you start cutting out any materials. If you've ever made a circle skirt in your life, a witch's hat or any hat that has a brim is very similar to a circle skirt. That we have their inner diameter and the outer diameter. If you want the outer diameter to be bigger, you just need to extend it. Now, a lot of people we get really gun-ho happy like we do with the patterns, and we're like, hey, I'm just going to multiply that bad boy and go like 115% on my printer. I'm going to stop you right there. If you do that, your brim, your interior diameter is going to grow too. Meaning not only is your exterior going to get bigger, but your hat shape in the inside will get bigger. And that might be a plus for you, but it also could be an incredible negative. It might not sit the way you want it to sit. So we're doing a very a basic, I want to say for hat level, the hat level goes to 1 to 10. We're doing like a 3 hat. I'm hoping next year we're going to do a little bit more elaborate hat where we're going to do dimensions of our own heads and how we want a hat to sit. And I want to really do a breakdown course where it's like a 3-day thing so we can really figure out how to do things and how we can do wet mold with like felt and all that stuff to really control a hat and make it into our own, you know? Yes, I love the Mad Hatter. I am a huge Johnny Depp fan. If I there's gonna be one 13 Days of Halloween where I'm just all Johnny Depp characters. I'm just gonna tell you because I feel like we have very similar bone structures, and I do have more I bow more on the masculinity than feminine side, so it works out. Thank you. So, what I want, so what we're going to do is make this hat. So I put all the description information in there. And this for this so long it's going to be a little bit longer because at last when I do have to wash away this makeup, which I want to go into Joann's like this, but my Joann's is not playful. Not at all. Even though they know Halloween is like a couple days away, they're super not playful. So when this is going to feel like I'm murdering the Red Queen in the shower, and it's going to take a while to get this out of my hair. It is all hairspray and it'll come out, but it's going to take a minute. So I'm going to most likely do is set up the sew for 12 o'clock. So that way everybody who wants to sew with me can get the pattern, B, run to Joann's if they want, and C, cut it out. And again, it is literally 2 pattern pieces. That is it. I wanted it to be short, sweet, and to the point, and we can have fun on Saturday, and it maybe be something that you could wear this Saturday in case you have any Halloween functions. I know a lot of things are popping off, whether you have something and you wanted to do something with a little pizzazz, and I think this is it. Yesterday we did finish our coffin wallets, and hopefully you guys were able to find some elastics and then some really cool key rings. And I did double check, like not Joann's. Why I'm stuck on Joann's. We did finish this. You can get these elastics at Amazon. Just look up hair elastics. They come in an array of different colors. You can get them in clear, blue, sparkle, hot pink, neon, glow in the dark, you name it. And then as far as the key rings, you can get them in rose gold, rainbow, iridescent. You can get them in solid green, blue, and whatever. Now, the only thing is I think you should make sure that your eyelet is the same color. You can get eyelet kits also at Amazon if you don't have a press, and they work absolutely beautifully. And you can push some of these out and they'll be really great. The top of the hat, this is an older hat, but yes, it used to have cards. I have a lot of different ribbons in here. There's measuring tapes. There's lace. There's a little bit of everything. I had to dust this bad boy off so we can play today. So I have a lot of hats. Anyone that has been in my room, they know I'm very playful, and you will see that I have tons of nerdy hats. I love making hats because it is one way to execute some of the fabrics that we have in our room. And it's the second thing to have a fashion statement that is really fun. I have sun hats for when I do go in the backyard and watch my husband garden. I didn't say I garden. I kill things. I can kill a cactus. I can kill bamboo. I do not have a green thumb to save my life. And I know Sebastian, rest in peace, is probably rolling over like, Shinobi, you didn't have to tell everybody, because he was like a professional landscaper, and he used to landscape for some pretty big names and some pretty big people in royalty. And I he showed me a lot. It didn't stick. It just didn't stick. Oh, thank you so much. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Tomorrow I'm trying to debate. I seen this really cool mug rug that I had in my Halloween stash that I got from my local, um, local, not craft store, quilt store. And they usually have really cute stuff like this. I think I got this last year, and this little monster is really cute. But I was trying to figure out if I, instead of doing the zigzag stitch applique, what if I made him furry? Because you know how like you can use like the Mickey furs or whatever, and you don't have to zigzag stitch them because like they don't fray. What if I made him furry, and then like I use cork for the eye and the horn and his little feet, and then just use like the rest of the fabric from here? I was trying to work that out. And like this part right here with the spider is like just free motion quilting. Now I don't know if I'm crafty enough to go around in several circles on point and then do the legs. We can try. Not feeling too snazzy about that, but I thought this would be really cute to have at my table for Halloween. So when I'm binging all my Halloween shows on Thursday after we're done sewing, I'll have like a cute little mug rug on my nightstand. And my kids are miraculously off on Halloween. My schools out here just have days off randomly. Yeah, just they have Halloween off, but they go to school the next day. Yes, I am the Mad Hatter. Oh, thank you. Uh, I think it's Splat's Red hairspray that you can get on Amazon, because I am a slave to Amazon just like everybody else. So, um, and that is pretty much it what I have for you guys today. So what time is it? It is 9:13. Joann's is now open out here, so I don't know what time it is out there for you, but out here it is 9:13. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to again stuff my face, look like I'm gonna take a shower, look like I'm murdering the Red Queen, because yesterday, oh my God, the Beetlejuice hair, it looked like I killed Yoda, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, everything. I was like, but I got to give props to this hairspray, because I was walking around the house, and when it dried, it didn't like flake everywhere. So I was really intrigued and impressed with it. You get a lot of color, and I have really dark hair, so I was really excited to see that the color transfer is so bright. So that is all I have for you. And I can't wait to see you guys in a few hours, and we will sew up a witch's hat. So I will talk to you guys all later. I hope all of you who do come, I'll see you at noon. And for those who aren't, I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. Stay whimsical. Bye.